Hello, everybody. We are back, or I'm back. Um, so yeah, man, it's been a long time since I've streamed. That being a week, but yeah. So I just got back from a professional work conference, which isn't why I'm here. The actual reason that I'm here to talk today is because I just got back from Anime NYC. So, um, I don't want to jump right into Anime NYC stuff right now because I want to kind of wait for people to trickle in to the stream, and then I can kind of talk about it. I'm hoping that Gigi at some point joins so that she can talk a little bit about it as well. But the big thing that I'm going to do is show off everything that I got, give a little bit of a teaser, a little taste of what went on at Anime NYC. And then for the rest of the month, so the rest of September, I'm going to be posting shorts and then at least one full-length video about everything that I did at Anime NYC so that everybody can catch up. So this is kind of like the teaser for that video, or like a more in-depth, more casual talk of what's going to be in that video. So I hope you guys enjoy, and while I have my Anime NYC stuff up, I'm actually going to be talking in... Not talking, sorry. Instead, I'm going to be building this Lego set. So, as people trickle in, yeah, and then a little bit in, I'm going to so I'm going to build this Lego set, and then we'll talk about Anime NYC after, letting everybody, come into the stream here. I'm also going to ping Gigi, and hopefully she drops by. Not sure. Oh, there we go. Nice. Sorry, I just got pinged. They found it! Oh, I'm so excited. All right, I'll have to talk about that later. So I went to the Vocaloid meetup, and I couldn't get the pictures, and I just got the pictures, and like I'm so excited. I just got them. So those will definitely be in the video. I can't see myself. Hopefully somebody from like the front of the crowd got it. That's all of them. Okay. Sorry, I need to get started on the actual stuff. Okay. Oh, also, I should get some music started. Otherwise, it's going to be really boring. So, here is the first set that I'm going to build. It's the Goomba house, or the Goomba's playground. So, I think this is the one that you need the app for in order to build, and I don't have the actual figures here. Oh, good. It does come with directions. I was gonna say I don't have the app installed on my phone. Okay. So, oh, this is weird. It's like really skinny and tall. I'm getting too distracted. Okay, let's open up. Well, first is what. So we gotta unload bag 1, and then download the app. No, I don't feel like downloading the app because I'm on stream. I can't be downloading apps. Alright, so I've got my feet here. Somebody's gonna be like, come in and be like, Anime NYC, this guy's building Legos. He's not talking about Anime NYC. I was tempted to say like, and building Legos, but I didn't. I keep reading that on, oh, hold on, let me there we go. I keep reading that on YouTube, if your stuff is like kids, it'll like mess with the algorithm, and it'll like label the person as like a kids like viewer, or like a kid themselves. So I don't want my viewers to get labeled as kids. That's kind of creepy and weird. Oh, gotta build another one. Okay. But this is a good kind of peaceful way to relax after the convention. What I'm trying to decide is whether or not I want to... Oh, that's a great idea. Okay. Okay. Like this. And then I need to make the sides of the Goomba. The Goomber. The Goomber. Goomba. I can't wait to talk about Anime NYC. It was one of the best conventions I've ever gone to. I think that's because I went with Gigi and she and I cosplayed. It's always a blast to do stuff with her. Okay, and then there, and okay, I don't know what this face is gonna look like. You guys ready? He's angry, or more annoyed, I think. What can you see in the... Oh, you could see the reflection of my Discord. That's so funny. Let's see if I scroll like this. You can see my Discord announcements. This is my Twitch page right there. Here, I'll move. Look, there's us. There's the stream. Streamception. Alright, there. Okay. Oh, it actually does tell me to stack them. That's kind of funny. Alright, the next thing is bag 2, along with this green plate. Oh man, when this has a lot of brown, it sucks because... Oh. Go. Oh, this is building the main tree. Okay. Now here, and there. Flat pieces there, and there, perfect. I was I was editing some clips from a recent Minecraft stream, and I noticed that the YouTube auto system knew exactly what this music was. Like it knew it exactly. It's kind of crazy how it's kind of scary how good the auto detection software is on that kind of stuff. Okay. I hate when you have to put two of the flat ones onto each other. Oh man. Cuz if you screw it up, they are the hardest thing to put back together or pull apart. Oh my gosh. How was everybody's start to the school year? I am tired. I don't even have like that big of like a class right now. I'm just kind of going through the motions in the classes that I do have, but I don't have a huge workload and I'm still tired. I can't imagine the people that actually have like big classes that they have to go to. Sandwich this piece through the middle. I'm kind of hoping that anybody that joins in will comment and be like, so Anime NYC, and I'll be like, yes, so Anime NYC, and then I can talk about it. Okay, so it should be with the gray part forward. Oh, never mind. I'm okay. I freaked out that the border on my thing was all messed up. Okay, then I put these here. Good, looking good there. And then I need to stack two of these again. I hate doing that. Step, we put the tree ring around here. You know, I've never seen Goombas in trees like this. Not saying they can't, It's just not. I wouldn't look at this and say that it's a Goomba playground. Oh, that's why it was breaking in my hand. Oh, that's sick, that little branch there. Okay, spin it around. This with this, and that goes into that hole on the side. So, fun fact about Legos that I learned. The reason why you get these extra pieces is actually because Legos are allocated by weight. And so sometimes those little pieces, they'll give you extras based on the weight. Okay, so Goomba ready. We can get a better launch than that. You ready? Come on, better launch than that. Come on. 3, 2, ready, go. Ah, that's nice. Little guy. Okay, little guy, stay there. Okay, let's go up. Then these 2. I guess we just kind of go all around. This feels like a Adventure Time kind of song. I played this last time I played Minecraft. This whole playlist in general is just a really good playlist, but this song in particular makes me feel like warm fuzzy. It's like cozy. I like it. It's, you know, it's kind of funny to think back on times in the past and like what's a positive nostalgic memory compared to what you felt during that time. Oh, that's it. I should All right. Oh, and this is the last bag, by the way. Okay. this to make it work. Oh, they're just weirdly colored. I was like, where's the studs that I'm missing? But I'm not missing studs. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Stuck in there. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. If anybody recognizes that, leave a comment. I'm interested to hear. All right, good there. Good there. And then one on each side. Through the middle. Oh, and with the red on top. Then oh, I need another on the other side. Okay, looking good. Then flip it over. Oh, I can do it either way, I guess. So you take that. And you put this piece on there. This piece is really cool. It's got this like spinach bean. Now, yep, put one on the other side. Oh, you don't even attach it. It's just kind of there. That's kind of weird how those like red studs are just exposed like that. And then this connects to that. All right, there we go. There is the completed set. So you can put a Goomba here. You can put a Goomba here. And then you can put a Goomba here. And you can play with them a bunch in the app. Well, that's cool. Let's get a good look around. Okay, so there's the Goomba play yard. Can you see my phone? Does he know? Oh, finally. Hey, Kirby. How are you? I've been talking to myself for nearly an hour. So, I saw that on Twitter. I was gonna make a tweet that was like the Game Boy with no cord, but I figured that might be a little bit too old of a meme for it to be funny. Well, I think now that I'm not necessarily talking to myself anymore, I'm gonna go from this to talking about Anime NYC. But so you know what, I'm just gonna put this in the background, and I can come back to this because I would like to talk about Anime NYC now. So I'm gonna flip between my hopefully iPhones don't have a cord soon. Oh, well, I mean, they still have the USB-C, but now you can almost do everything. Now you can almost do everything without needing a cord at all. Move the headphone jack. Yeah, now it'll be great, just like an iPhone. Okay, so now that my hands aren't on screen, I can be kind of weird and gross with my hands. So, Anime NYC. I tweeted about this, but I 3D printed these little Miku keychains, and I also 3D printed 2 different types of Teto keychains with special Polymaker filament. And the big thing that I had was my Miku Crocs, which hopefully are in some of the pictures. Oh, I don't have them in any of the pictures. So I got this picture, and so everybody grouped up to like take pictures at the Vocaloid thing, and I did the pose that, like, the gold ship pose where she's pointing at her shoe, but I don't have the picture because Gigi was in the back of the crowd, so I'm trying desperately to find it. We'll get back to that. Anyway, so this is oh my god, it's so loud. Okay, so this is Anime NYC. Look at that Mokoko cosplayer right there. But so this was at the Javits Center in New York. I've actually been to the Javits Center for work before, so this wasn't the first time that I've been to the Javits Center, funnily enough. So I actually knew where I was going. It was very funny to be here for an anime convention, having been here for my professional work, because I was like, no way, that's the couch where I like sat down to do my work, or that's the convention hall where I went in and like we talked about patented technology and stuff. So that was fun. I'm kind of gonna go in a weird order for everything that I did, and I'm gonna go back and forth between my live cam and the like PowerPoint slides here, because I want to like show off the stuff that I have, like the physical stuff, but I also want to do a really good job of shouting out all the creators that I met, because this time I was really good about grabbing business cards and stuff. Nerd stuff, but yeah, no. Yeah, by the way, there is Saitama, so yeah, no, I could be like, there's where I was talking about actual like professional work, And there's where I was wearing Miku cosplay. So first, I got to give the big shout out to my HoloLift homies. Been a big HoloLifter for a while. That's where I met Cynthia, big time channel collaborator. But big person I want to shout out here on the left is Zerp. He's done a little bit on the channel, I think, in terms of collaboration. But he commissioned me to make these horns, which will be the video that comes out on Friday. So if you're interested in learning how I designed these, I have a stream where I modeled them on stream, and then I'll have the short coming out on Friday, and then I'm not sure whether it'll be its own video or if it'll be part of the VTuber 3D Models Part 4, or if it'll be its own thing. I'm not really sure, but I want to make a full video where I talk about the ins and outs of making the horns. But he seemed to love those. Here's me in my full Miku cosplay minus the shoes, because, you know, I'll talk about the shoes and their own thing, so don't worry about the shoes. But I did 3D print my own shoes and was wearing them throughout the convention. I took them off because people kept stepping on my feet and it hurt, so I switched to regular tennis shoes and they stopped stepping on my feet. Then over here on the right is Flame. He is a clipper in the HoloLive community, pretty big, but he's also a HoloLift guy. So it was cool to catch up with him. And he actually gave me, and this is going to be the first detour of the stream, so he actually gave me, and I got to turn around to grab this, so sorry. So, steel-toed 3D printing shoes. That's what I'm talking about. I need to take aluminum from cans, and I need to smelt it into like a sole, and I need to make special things for my shoes so I don't get stepped on again. So, he gave me and my sister these HoloLive official protein powders. And I can't read Japanese, but I believe that they come with, like they're a blind box, and they come with actual stickers or cards or something. Cards, trading cards. They're part of the... Yeah, I don't know. But Flame, if you're watching, we're going to do a live unboxing, so I hope I do your gift justice here. No pun intended, because of Narissa Ravencroft. Oh, by the way, Zerp gave me this. This is a Narissa keychain here. Narissa Ravencroft. I think this is from Breaking Dimensions. I can't remember. But this is sick. This is going with all my other HoloLive merch that I have. But special shout out to Zerp and Flame for these gifts on stream here. Hey, Dreams! You came just in time. We're talking about Anime NYC. So opening up the first. Guys, okay, hold on. Should I make a video where I make the protein powder and then drink it? That would be pretty funny. And then I'll like cut to footage of me like lifting. Okay, so the first one. So there are these packets of... These are the packets of protein. Okay. And... Ooh! We got Subaru. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And it is all in Japanese, so I can't understand any of it. Hold on. Jarvis, pixelate the stream more. Jarvis... Make my camera shittier. It's not even like you could read it if you could read Japanese. I'll eat anything for $20. Hashtag Arby's. Okay, I will... Here, I'll put that there. Oh god, it's holographic, so you actually can't see it. So that's sick. That's the HoloLive official protein. Ask Tim about it. I'll send him a picture. I'll be like, Tim, can you translate this? So that's the HoloLive protein. Okay, hopefully we don't get a double, and this one is a different... Did I get a rare? Hold on, I gotta look this up on my phone. Is that a rare? Alright. Hollow Live Protein Blind Box. Wait. No, that's not it. Hold up, did I just pull one of the rares? Hold up. I think I pulled one of the rares. I would not eat Arby's for $20. I doubt there's enough money in the world for me to eat at Arby's. Well, no, Kirby will not be coming to 3D Printopia, but I can't wait for that. Okay, HoloLive Production Protein. Oh, wait. Maybe these are protein. Oh, no, these are protein bars. You can kind of feel they're actually protein bars. Okay. Allow all, sure. Oh, they're like chocolate bars. See? They're like protein chocolate bars. I actually will eat these. Like no shit. I will eat these because I have protein bars in the morning every day as my lunch or as my breakfast. Well, technically breakfast and lunch. These items are marked as trading kits, a la trading cards. The packages are sealed and the items are randomly packed. Because of this, it is impossible for Hobby Link Japan to handle requests. Oh, this is Hobby Link Japan. What I'm trying to figure out is like what cards there are. This item is discontinued and not expected to come back in stock. But here are the different cards that you can get. I think they're... Oh, that glare is awesome. I'm just gonna pull that up on stream, actually. Currently poor from going to the dentist. See, I go to a local dentist, so I don't have to deal with that. Whoop. Okay. Let me pull this up. Yeah, no. I know. It's really crappy. Life is life, okay? Okay. I'm gonna save this image on my desktop for right now. As a WebP file, why can... I love Chrome. It all... Whenever it tries to save something as a WebP file... Oh, man. Desktop, sure, just throw it in there. I don't care anymore. Okay. Go. Now give me back my YouTube so I can actually see you guys. Good. Life is Roblox. Life is Roblox. Who's gonna tell him? I forgot about that when you sent me the Family Guy hat. Holy crap, Lois. Okay, there it is. Oh, that is so cool. So, here are the different cards that you can get. I can't read any of that, so if you can read Japanese, maybe you can read what this says. I can't. But it seems like there are 10 different cards, so let's go. I got one of them. And then they come in they come with these like chocolate protein bars, which are sick. So I am going to enjoy eating those. I was just about to run out of protein bars, but now I'm not because of because of Flame. So shout out to Flame. Thank you so much for that. Now let's open up the second one. I thought they were actually like protein powder, and I was like, that's funny. That's really funny. I'll like make a protein shake out of these. So there's the 2 protein bars. And here is the card. Ready? Here, you guys can see first. Oh, let's go! 2 different ones. I didn't get a double. And they're 2 of the same style, too. Now, they're not the lifting version. They're like the just normal idle version. But that's sick. Look at those. So there they are. Is ANYC the place where you wore the things? Yes, that is the convention where I wore everything. Oh, I just realized I might have accidentally bled on my scissors. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. So there are the 2 cards that we got. I'm gonna send a picture to Flame and tell him thank you. These are sick. These are so cool. And like I said, I'm actually going to eat these because I eat protein bars as my breakfast every morning. Nice. I'm looking forward to the video. Yes. So I will be posting Anime NYC content for like the entirety of September. So yeah, you're definitely going to be hearing a lot about what I'm talking about. But kind of like I do with a lot of stuff, I like to do a lead up to a convention and then a lead out. I didn't end up doing a lead up for this convention because I didn't get enough stuff finished in time, sadly. But that's life. Okay, so that's all the Hollow Lift stuff. Jeez, we're only 1 slide through. Oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. Okay, so thank you to Zerp and Flame for the keychain and the 2 boxes of protein bars. Those were a lot of fun. I like the blind boxes. I should have done more blind boxes for today's thing. So, next person up, I met these Fuomoko cosplayers. Now, I believe only the person on the right followed me on Twitter. I'm not sure if this person has a Twitter. I didn't get to check super well, but both of their cosplays were so sick. Look at them. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. And then there's me and my Miku cosplay. So yeah. This is the Fuwawa cosplayer. This is their socials. So if you want to see more from them, here's their socials. So you can go and check them out. Sorry, this might be a little awkward. This is my first time doing this, so I'm a little nervous. But I want to shout out all the people that I got to take pictures with. But I have a soft spot for Fuomoko because my sister and I like Fuomoko because we're brother and sister. Just like Fuomoko are sisters. So, yeah. I saw these 2 around the convention a bunch, and I finally worked up the courage to be like, hey, can we get a picture? And then I gave them each a keychain. And the Fuwawa cosplayer followed me on Twitter, which is sick. I hope they see this, and I hope they like the shout out. So yeah, moving on, I got to go to, and then this is the next thing that I get to turn the camera back on. So we went to the, there's this plushie company that does collaborations with different internet personalities, and they had a, if you get the meme that I'm making here, leave it in the chat right now. I think Kirby probably gets the joke that I was trying to make with this. But they had this Paro seat cushion that you could sit in, and I was like, I gotta get this picture. It's gonna be so funny. And then Gigi got a picture with the Fuwawa plush, and then there's the Paro balloon, which I still have. You don't get the joke. You're too old. All right, hold on. So this is the Paro balloon. Here, I'll hold it back here. Paro balloon. Paro's my favorite of the 3. It's fucked up that you assume I would understand the joke, but I do. I know you do. Why would you not understand the joke? So this is the Paro balloon. Paro is so cute. There were so many people walking around the convention with these balloons, and I was like, I have to get one. But so the company is Pliffin Buddies. There is their QR code. Kind of hard to see on screen, but it's the I think the plushies are the Pliffin. Paro is your favorite Digimon. I don't know anything about Digimon. I would have never made that connection. But there's Paro. I love Paro. Perugino. The great Perugino. Obviously, I'm a big Fuomoco fan. I made their chokers back in the day. So yeah, but Para's my favorite. And then there, so yeah, that was the plushie guys. When we went over here originally to try and get those balloons, this place was swamped because this was right next to Corey X Kenshin's booth. And when Corey came on, people were just screaming for him, like so loud. Gigi and I had to cover our ears because it was so loud. Apparently he's making like a manga or an anime or something like that. And Anime NYC like announced that he was going to be there, but gave like no security. And so people just flocked over there, and it was like this huge drama. Luckily, Gigi and I were like, so the booth is like, you can see my cursor, right? Yeah. So the booth was like this way. It was like where my shoes are pointing. And so we didn't even get to get over here. So we had to come here later. And then there's Gigi's Diet Dr. Pepper. So yeah. This was all in Artist's Alley. This was over by like the VA portion, like the voice actor portion of Artist's Alley. So that leads me kind of really nicely into talking about art. So this is going to be a weird section where I flip-flop between the camera and the thing. But this artist, RoboCat, they made the first piece of art, I think the first piece of art that I have. So let me grab that and I will show it off. All right. Now I have everything over here, so I don't have to keep turning around. Ah, no! Miku! Miku! No, Miku! No! I brought our Miku! It's broken! No! Okay. So, I have to like hold my head at a weird angle so that I don't get in the shot. So this is gonna be very hard to show on camera because this is a really big art piece. So I might have to instead show you like the digital version of it, but I saw this art piece and I had to have it. So, oh God, this is so hard to see. So this is a holographic portrait of Saba that RoboCat made. I think if I go like this, you can kind of see it. It is stunning. It is so amazing. I stopped and I had to get it. I am such a big fan of all the paper boats on her, on like her bows and everything are gold foil. I had to spring a little bit extra so I could get the foil version. I can't. The reason that I ended up so I was on the fence because I was like, I'm spending so much money at Anime NYC is expensive, and so I have a lot of art, and I don't want to like spend all my money on art and then never hang it up. Like I still haven't fully put up all of the Pib art that I got back in the day when I made those frames. So I was like, be choosy with the art that you get this time around. But how could I say no to this face? Look at that face. How could I say no to that face? So, you know what I could do? I'm gonna see if I can't find the art on their website real quick. Hold on, let me see if I can't find it. Here, let me transition back over. Go. So if I go to the, maybe it's on their Twitter. Let's see. I just followed them. So, whoop, wrong person. There we go. So hopefully they have it up. I don't know. It's not Racing Saba, right? No, I didn't get Racing Saba. This artist has such good stuff. I am like blown away. Okay. WebMP files. Stop saving as WebP files. I'm trying to show my chat where to buy this art. I want to save it. Oh wait, no. I could just hold on. I could just copy it and put it in on the PowerPoint. Life is so cool. Okay. PowerPoint is so sick. So this is the Saba art in all its glory. Please, 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 if you're at all interested, go and support this artist because this art was amazing. I had to pick it up. I'm a huge fan of Saba, so I saw this, I was like, I need to get it. I need to get it. And the foil on it is just, oh my god. I couldn't. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to go in and, I'm going to go in and remake my old, I'm going to remake my old frames that I made like a year or two ago, and I have some ideas for how to do those a little bit better. So I am really excited about those, and I'm going to I can't wait. I want to take some of the lessons that I learned from Anime NYC and replicate them with some of the other stuff that I want to make. So unfortunately, this artist, the next artist, I'm trying to get ahead of it, does not have the sticker that I got on their website. So unfortunately, I won't be able to do this same thing with them. But anyway, so to finish up on Robocat, their stuff, really high quality. I'm really shocked by how close it looks to the like this looks like real authentic. Like I'm a big fan of fan art. Like obviously, most of the stuff that I buy is fan art, but this looks like it could be actual official art. So kudos to the designer or the artist. They did a phenomenal job on this. I was obsessed with it. That's why I had to buy it. I was tempted to buy more stuff because they had a bunch of Nimi art. And I was like, damn, I would really love some Nimi art. But I was trying to hone in on Saba because Saba's my new fave. All right. Next artist. Moving on. So this artist made a sticker. I would have bought a print from them, but like I said, I have way too many prints, and I'm running out of room. But their prints you can actually find on Twitter. So if you're interested, go give them some love on Twitter. They have this amazing Saba art on their Twitter. You know, I'll link it. But, this art, I was tempted to get a print of because it is really cool. But this is their most recent art tweet. Go and give them some love. Oh, go and give them some love. I wish the AI thing would stop popping up on PowerPoint. I don't want it. This is their most recent art from what I can see on Twitter. So if you just follow them on Twitter, yeah, August 18th. They had this as a print, and I was so tempted to buy it, but I ended up not because I have a lot of art. Instead, I got a sticker, which I'm going to show. So here's the sticker. Oh, that glare is a little rough. I might have to close my window. But it's Saba, and she's in a like a little fishbowl vase, and it says, "Drink more water" on the bottom. Drink more water. And she's got the little crab and the Saba fish and the lighthouse in the back. I am obsessed with this. This was such a unique sticker. I was like, I gotta get this. So I broke my sticker rule for the convention just for this. I wasn't getting any stickers because I was like, I have a lot of stickers and I don't put them anywhere. But I broke my sticker rule because this one was so cute. So I'm gonna put that there. And like I said, I blew right over. That is the artist. Go give them some love. Their art is so pretty. I want to delete that off because I don't want people. Actually, never mind. I'll leave it. Go give them. Go give their art some love. They were fantastic. So I don't have pictures for this next stuff because it's it doesn't really fit with. I didn't get like business cards for that kind of stuff. But I thought there was a vendor that was selling Japanese games, and you guys know that at a lot of these conventions, I've been slowly building up my collection of Japanese import games, and all the price stickers are still on these. All right, hold on while I rip the price stickers off. I forgot to rip the price stickers off of these. Import fee. So this is a great chance for me to talk about how expensive everything was. Things were a lot more expensive than at previous conventions, but there's been a lot going on in the United States. So I don't really blame a lot of these places for raising their prices. It's out of a lot of their hands, and especially with Japanese imports. Now it's almost impossible to get Japanese imports of any kind into America because a lot of the companies said that they are going to be shutting down Japanese importing because there's an $80 fee added to most goods. So I by no means blame these booths and such for raising prices. It's tough out there. But I will say that kind of decreased the amount of stuff that Gigi and I bought. So first up is the DS copy of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 1. So I only got 1 even though they had 2 and 3 as well for multiple reasons. 1, they only had the special selects version of number 3. Not the actual like OG version, and I kind of wanted the OG version. Also, the original games released on GBA, not on DS. It was the American releases that were DS. So these are kind of like a re-release on DS. So they're not as interesting as the GBA releases. The GBA releases were a lot more expensive, so I held off on those. These are something that I think I'd like to check for in Japan when I go eventually. The other one, and this is for Gigi, is Apollo Justice, or Ace Attorney 4. And this one was on Nintendo DS to begin with. So this one isn't a port, so I feel like this one's a little bit cooler. And to my knowledge, yes, they all come with their respective boxes. There it is, the best price versions. They're kind of like the Nintendo Selects of Japan. That's what the versions were. So there's the inside of both of these. Yes, there we go. So there's the inside. And I'll probably make a short, not probably, I'll make a short about these separately a little bit later. Oh, I just realized my camera got, there we go. So I'll make a video short about these a little bit later. I'd like to make a short about everything that I collect for the Japanese import game collection. Gigi is here, everybody. There's the company if you'd like to check them out. Retro Saiku.
I cannot hear you, Ace.
Gigi is here, everybody. They're in Atlanta, Georgia, and they came all the way up to New York. But if anybody's in Atlanta, Georgia, there is a company that you can go and check out.
In chat, I'm making, don't tell Ace, but I'm making cupcake.
Me when I'm making cupcake?
when I'm making cupcake.
Me when I'm
Cook
cupcake.
me when I'm cupcake. I came quick to say hi,
So hi.
to chat.
So do you want to? I don't have a good like. I don't have anything good to like pause on while you talk. I guess I could go back to the first slide and just keep playing it over and over again.
Oh
So
no, you're good. I wasn't gonna talk. I think you cover most of what we both enjoyed,
yeah,
you
I
know.
mean, I guess
I trust Ace to know exactly how I should.
how I should feel. Well, I was just talking about the Japanese imports, and then I was gonna talk about Good Smile. Did you wanna? Did you want to prep everybody for the Good Smile thing while I pull out the stuff that I have? I don't know if you want to bring your stuff up. Otherwise, I'll probably just have a picture in the video for it. But
I'm just gonna let you have a picture because I'm mid cooking.
cringe.
Yeah.
All right, so talk about Good Smile. Talk about Good Smile, because that was all
Well,
you.
Good Smile. We didn't know they would be at Anime NYC,
I
so
did.
it was like a big. You did? Okay. Ace did. Ace knows
I
everything.
knew every.
Um,
I know. I be thinking, bro. Think he the
um,
thinker.
but yeah, Ace knew apparently the Good Smile would be there. Um, and so I personally was spooked by Good Smile being there. And Good Smile like does all the Nendoroid things. And me and Ace have been wanting to get more from them, but the biggest thing that stopped us has been
Shipping.
shipping and all of that stuff because it's a lot to get a Nendoroid, and then on top of that much
Well,
to
the
get a
figures are so
Nendoroid.
expensive too. Like a
Yeah.
Nendoroid is like $1 billion. No offense towards
Mm.
Good Smile, they have really quality products.
No.
It's just their stuff is so
And
expensive.
this is no slight against like not wanting to pay the price they have, because Good Smile truly, if you're gonna get into figure collecting or collecting any type of figure, go with Good Smile. Good Smile is just, they know what they're doing, and they like are
Hey, Good
able.
Smile's not paying you to say this.
I know. Anyway, I am a personal fan of Good Smile.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So talk about the booth. So we get there. We walk up. They have a. Zerp had told us that that's actually when we met up and took that picture that was on the PowerPoint earlier. And they had told
yeah.
us, hey, just to let you know, they might be out of stock of everything that you want. So just be mindful that like they might not have anything that you want. So we get there and we scan the thing and we see what's in stock, and we see that they have a bunch of the Good Smile Hello line of like bobblehead figures. And
Mhm.
so, Gigi, which ones did you get?
I got the Sakura Miku and
And
Hatsune Miku collector, and then I forced
hold
Ace
on,
to
hold on,
get the
hold on. You
holographic
cut out
Miku.
there. All we
Oh,
heard was Sakura Miku. So Sakura Miku,
and Sakura Miku and Snow Miku.
and
Did
then
that cut
I
out?
got holographic Miku, which I am not showing.
I forced Ace to get holographic Miku.
Well, I was like, if you're getting all these Miku. By the way, so we talked about how expensive Good Smile is, but one thing that we found was at the booth the prices weren't actually that bad, and I think it's because Good Smile knows that like they're gonna sell if they sell to you
Yeah.
without shipping, because this is literally the only. I'm surprised that they didn't increase the prices because they're there with like all the tariffs and everything. But anyway, so I got this holographic Miku, which I can't get out of the box for some reason. Which I don't know if the holographic Miku was a con exclusive or not. or just new or
I don't
something.
think it's been on the website for just a little bit. Um, I didn't get it because I have the regular Miku, and I was
Well, she got
like,
at Walmart.
you know,
By the way, if
yeah,
Kirby's still watching Walmart Gang, I will point out
Walmart gang.
that what's crazy to me is this was the same price that it was at Walmart to get one of these figures. So that's why
Yeah.
I got it, because I was like, I'm saving money by buying this. But there is
Yeah.
holographic Miku. She is all shiny, and her head
Mhm.
bobbles, so she goes like this.
But I got those guys, and then Ace, honestly best brother in my opinion. He got
You hear that?
he
Chat, clip
got
it, clip it. Chat, clip that, clip that.
um we were walking up, and I'm like, they have this really cute like keychain, and I want to get to like we have to get like to 100 and something. I forget the
125.
exact amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were walking up, and I'm like, I don't know about getting the Kirby Cafe special one. And then Ace points out to me they had this 100th adventure Miku, which is their like celebratory Miku for the like 100th design of Miku that they made.
It was the
Um,
100th
and
Nendoroid, like Miku
yeah,
Nendoroid, which is crazy to me. That means that they have made 100
100.
Miku Nendoroid figures.
Yeah.
That is way too many Nendoroid figures, but
No, you can never have
you can
enough
never
Miku.
have enough Miku.
But he said it looked like my drawing style, and I just enjoy like the I enjoyed the art book that came with it.
Well, you didn't know
So,
about the art book, so I could talk about that.
mhm.
So, another reason why I got this and why I justified myself getting this was because we needed to get up to the 125 so that we'd get the free Miku, which is what this is. This is the free Miku keychain, which you could see they
Whoa.
match. See, it's it.
Mhm.
Wait, Gigi, look. Hold on.
I I'm not I'm not watching
Shh!
this.
Don't spoil the fun. So look, it's me and you.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
held the keychain
And
up to the figure.
uh
So
I couldn't see what you were trying to
it's
show
okay.
me.
It's okay. So anyway, um,
Um,
so we the other thing that we bought to get to that 125 was the Racing Miku sticker, which I have over here. It's Racing Miku. Racing Miku. She's real.
Raising Miku.
It's
Uh,
funny on screen.
yeah.
She looks way more blue. In person, she's almost like green. But that's Good Smile Racing Miku.
Okay, I need. Sorry, chat. I gotta measure this stuff correctly.
So while she's doing that, so as we're checking out, we go over to the place to get our bags, and the lady checking us out gives us the figures, and then I'm like, oh hey, we're supposed to get the Miku keychain, and she's like, oh well, I can't. I'm in cosplay. Move too far from the mic while reaching and speaking. When? When particularly did I do that? I do that a lot. So, as we're checking out, I'm like, hey, we need to get our Miku figure, because that's the reason why we bought a lot of this stuff. Is so that we
One
could
of
get
the
this.
reasons.
Specifically,
Otherwise,
was so that
yeah.
we could get this. Just now to get the Racing Miku. Yeah, I know. And I'm like, hey, we need this. And she's like, oh, well, I can't let Miku go because I'm in cosplay. She's like, I can't let Miku leave without her Miku. And then we both laughed, and I was like, yeah, these are so cool. We had to we had to buy enough stuff to be able to get it. Because, I wish that we could just buy them straight up. And she goes, well, you know what? You guys are really cool, and, So she actually gave us an extra one. So each of us has one. So this is mine, and then Gigi has hers with her Miku stuff, which I'll show in the video when I show off the Miku figure that Gigi got. But it's really cute, and it comes with a golden statue of
Oh yeah.
Miku.
If you're like looking for a really cool Miku to start out your collection, get it. Like
Take
get
a
it.
shot every time we say Miku. You'll be dead by the end of the stream.
Just in this segment, just in
this
this
section of
segment
the video
alone.
right here is what's gonna kill you the most. My gosh, Miku, Miku, Miku. But yeah,
I'm
Good
thinking
Smile
Miku.
was super awesome. And then, like I said, I got the after that we went to the import games place, which is where I'll get which is where I got those 2 Japanese games that I will show off in a later video. Super cut of the stream of just me saying Miku. It's just like Miku, Miku, Miku. That actually sounds like a funny short. I should make that. So that was Good Smile. Anything you wanted to add to the Good Smile stuff? I guess you could. So could talk about everything was like kind of expensive because of the tariff. So this was really it for what we got in terms of. I think that's it. I didn't buy anything else. That was it. It's funny that I complained that I bought too much, and literally all I bought was 4 pieces of art, and a Miku figure.
Honestly though, like all of the I will say one thing. We were worried going in. I don't know if you talked about this, Ace, about like super duper crowds because they were mentioning it like last year about it being like wall to wall crowds, but I don't know. Ace can I think this has been like our most successful like experience of a con. um Props to the workers and stuff, but it like there wasn't a moment when we felt like we were pushed in or anything like that. Like,
It was
yeah,
weird because
obviously in a con.
it's the only con that I've ever gone to where I felt like it got more crowded as the day went on, not less. Normally it's the
Hmm.
opposite, where like the mornings are really crowded and
Hmm.
the afternoons are really like open. But it was kind of the
Hmm.
opposite when we were there. So that was a little bit
Yeah,
interesting. Um
I enjoyed it still though. Like, you know, I don't think
Yeah,
I.
no. I think this was the best con we've ever gone to. 3D Printopia is fun because I have a vested interest in 3D Printopia, but I feel like I have a little bit of a different. I'm not gonna count that as my favorite convention because I actively work at it. It would be like if I was meant to comment on the best engineering as an engineer. It's like I'm gonna pick my own, you know. So I won't comment on whether or not 3D Printopia was better or any of the reps that I've been at. But yeah. So I had a lot of fun. And Gigi, I
I
just
just
joined
dripped
a.
Ace. I just dripped cake batter all over my shirt.
Ew. So I'm gonna swap very briefly back to the camera so I can. The other thing that I forgot that I bought was I bought some Omocat stuff. Now I don't have your stuff with me here, but
Well, if
I
you
got
want
the
to go grab it,
stickers.
it's in my
I
room
don't.
on my dresser.
So I got when I
Okay.
bought my stuff, I got these stickers. So
Okay.
these Amori stickers I'm gonna give to Mike because he's a big
Hmm.
Amori fan. But
Ace, I
Omocats.
gotta beat Ace. I gotta beat the cake
We went to
batter
a con for
vigorously.
artists. Were there
We're in Japan.
any there who only exhibit at cons? Yes. The person I showed the Saba art of, I don't know of a way to buy her art. That's why I showed off her Twitter as a way to go and support her or him. I assume that the person at the venue was the artist. Anyway, tell me that Omocat's person here doesn't look like Miku. This looks like Miku. But I bought the Saba bucket hat. I will 100% be showing that off because I want to make a 3D print just for it. It is fucking so cool. It's so cool. And then I would be remiss if I didn't show off Zerp and Flame's business cards. They are sick. I already showed their socials, so I don't think it matters that their socials are too blurry to see there. but lift heavy girlglas? What does that say?
Huh?
There's 2 G's, so it's not girls. Gurgles. I'm gonna ask him about that. So you could say they are true con artists. No, I will not say that.
It's so funny if they refer to themselves as that. Because what do you mean?
Okay, so I talked a lot about Saba. I was like Saba this, Saba that. Well, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I got to meet the real Saba in real life. So I mean, no, I'm kidding. This cosplayer, this is the only Saba cosplayer I saw there. I was like, this is the only time where I let my excitement take over a little bit. I was like, I made a beeline over there, and I was like, Gigi, okay, get my picture. And I went up and I was like, hey, I love your cosplay so much. Oh my gosh. I don't know who this is. And I want to find them so I can follow them on Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever. So if you are this person or you know this person, please leave a comment, follow me on Twitter, something like that. Reach out to me in some way. I really, really would like to connect because I loved your cosplay and I want to shout you out in the eventual video. Your Saba cosplay was so on point. Holy shit. I was like dumbfounded. I was like, this is so cool. And she said that she loved my Miku cosplay, which is, I mean, that's cool, but like I got to talk to the real Saba Samako, so like, but yeah, her cosplay was on point. I was talking to her about how originally Gigi and I were talking about what cosplays we were going to do. Originally, I was going to go alone, and I was going to cosplay Gura, but then Gura graduated, and I was like, shit, what do I do? So then the second plan was maybe Gigi and I would go as Fuomoko, which for the uninitiated, Fuomoko are these two. But their cosplays are their costumes are very complicated. And I like a simpler cosplay, which is funny as somebody who's cosplaying Miku. But I like a cosplay where I can 3D print accessories for, so yeah. But God, every time I look at this picture, I'm so excited. I'm like, this cosplayer was so good. I really like the art of cosplay more than anything. I love the art of cosplay more than anything, and so like I don't know. I'm gushing. I'm sorry, but like she nailed it. Then not stopping on meeting celebrities. I got to meet the Usagi Miku. Bro. And she loved my cosplay. I mean, who wouldn't love my cosplay? But
all right, you gassing.
I gave her one of our keychains, the Miku keychain and the Teto keychain. And she and I swapped stories about like designing, because she designed all of her cosplay just as I designed all my cosplay, and you can kind of see it in the bottom here, like right at the bottom. It's kind of cut off, but I'm wearing the Crocs, which you'll see in the video. The whole point of the video is going to be the Crocs. The reason I haven't showed them off yet is because we went to, at the end of the convention, there was a Vocaloid cosplay meetup, and both Gigi and I were cosplaying Vocaloids, so we were like, we have to go to the cosplay meetup for Vocaloids. So we get there and I run up and they're like calling all Mikus to the stage, so I ran up and I was there and I was hoping that Gigi got a picture, but she was stuffed in the crowd and couldn't get a picture. But I ran up and I took this pose where I like pushed my shoe out. So you can see, like, in full view the shoe, but I cannot for the life of me find anyone from the event that got a good picture of the cosplay. Everybody's at, like, an angle or or something. And I even joined the Anime NYC Discord, and I still can't find it, and it sucks because it's like, dang, I found all
I'm
these
gonna let you
side
talk
views.
about the
Oh my gosh, there I am, but it's side view, so you can't see the shoes. Of course. Ugh.
I'm gonna let you talk about the cosplay stuff, but I gotta go because I gotta go laundry.
Oh well, before you go,
Hmm?
I have some pictures of you. I guess I'll just show them off later, and I'll say this is Gigi, by the way. But
Yeah.
so we met a lot of did you have anything you wanted to say about the meetup?
It was, I was talking to this Brazilian Miku in the corner, and then the static Miku came up, and then she gave us little like cute business cards with like static Miku on it, and that was funny. And then I, the Tetos, they kept telling us to like squish in, and we would squish in, and then they would be like, no, squish in more, and then we'd squish in more,
You're
and then
like,
we'd like
please,
squish
please.
in more, and I'm like, I don't want to be this close, this personal space close, because I feel like awkward. But
Yeah.
other than that, it was fun. I think there was one Gakupo, and so I gotta introduce Ace to Gakupo. But yeah.
Gloingus, my favorite character.
Anyway, have fun with the rest of your stream, Ace. I
Thanks for
got
stopping by.
no problem. Goodbye.
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 So, other stuff with the Vocaloid meetup. So, I'm hoping that I can get a picture of me like in the front of the crowd because I came late because I was taking pictures with the Saba cosplayer. And I ran to the meetup, and then that's when they were like, "Oh, Miku, come to the front." And that's when they had me come to the front. So there's all these Miku around me, and then I'm just pointing. I'm in the front, kneeling down, pointing at my shoe. It was cinema. I wish I could show you like a picture of it, but again, like I said, I don't have one, unfortunately. I have a picture. This is the pose that I made. I'm gonna ruin this. This is the pose that I took in front of all the Miku. It was fire, but I don't actually have the picture, sadly. So hopefully I can find the picture in order to show everybody in the video proper. Also, it would be a great thing for Polymaker to be like, hey, your guys' stuff was front and center. Oh, gosh, it keeps doing that. So, anyway, let's get rid of that. So, yeah, I got to meet Usagi Miku, and I'm going to tweet about this afterwards. I had to edit all of my photos because I forgot my Ace Gamer mask, and I only was able to cover up my face in one, and I had to, like, really lean back for it, so it was a little awkward. But, dude, I got to meet Usagi Miku. That was so sick. Okay, continuing on in meeting cool creators. So this Teto cosplayer right here follows me on Twitter, friend of mine on Discord now, and she is really cool. She makes art, and she gave me this sticker, which I'm going to show off here in a second. If you're seeing this, Menace, hi. I keep getting delayed on YouTube. So, here's the sticker that she gave me. It just says art by, and then the artist tag, and then the song is by her. So, I guess hold on, I'm gonna swap back. Here is her socials, so go and follow her. She is really cool, and she had a really cool Teto cosplay. I think she really fit Teto. It was sick. She got the vibes. That's what I'm looking for. Like I said, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be really awkward when I'm talking about. I met up with a lot of like other creators, and that's something that I don't often do, so I'm like unprepared for talking about this stuff. It's so cool. I think she's the one that told us to go to the Vocaloid meetup. So if it hadn't have been for her, I don't think we would have been able to do all the cool Vocaloid stuff, which would have been really sad. I'm gonna look on Twitter right now to make sure that I'm talking about the right stuff. Oh, okay, gotcha. So she did make the Minimum Rage song. So that's cool. That's really sick. I didn't know that. No wonder there were people that were like, no way we met you. See, this is the thing. I bump into people that are like big time people and I don't even realize it until later. I'm like, wait a minute. But yeah, it was so sick. She was really, really cool. And her Teto cosplay was sick. Also, here is Gigi in her Teto cosplay with a Teto pair, which was fun. And then here's Gigi with her Teto cosplay with Menace in their Teto cosplay. I told Menace that I might have to make a purple version of the Teto keychain for the future to match the purple-haired Teto from the music video. Here is another view of the Teto Vocaloid meetup. There is Gigi over here on the left. She got right in there. And then there's Menace right there in the middle. And this Teto cosplayer, Tyler, we met up with them a couple of times throughout the convention. They had the new Synth V look, which, like I said, we had 2 different Teto keychains that we were giving out, and one of them was the hair drill with the bow, so they fit perfectly with that. A lot of people have the old school drill like Gigi does, but there are these creators. There's Menace again, and then here's Tyler's stuff. Go and follow them if you're interested. Like I said, there were a lot of people that I took pictures with that I didn't end up getting like actual business cards for or like socials for or anything like that. I apologize. If you are anybody in this scene and you didn't get featured, leave a comment, drop something in the chat, message me on Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever is most comfortable. I don't care. Reach out to me. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to shout you out in the video. Next creator, I don't have a picture with them because they were in the crowd, but there was a cosplayer cosplaying Miku from the new music video. Oh my gosh, I forget the name of it. Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking. It's like the TV one. And they do like covers, and so they gave me a business card. They actually did give me a business card, and it's really cute. It's like, this was their cosplay. They cosplayed this version of Miku. It was sick. Again, I wish I had the picture of us, but this cosplay was so sick. The skirt is my favorite part because it looks like captions on a TV. Let me see if I can find them. I should have it. Yes, no, maybe so. Oh, Static. I'm so stupid. It's right there. It's on the thing. Anyway, Static Miku. They were cosplaying Static Miku, and they gave this business card. Super cute. It links to their business card links to this video that they did. So they seem to be a Miku cover artist on YouTube. So if you're interested in cover music, this might, or Vocaloid specific cover music, I believe this is your person. They seem like they've got a pretty decent catalog, and go and check them out. They had a really cool cosplay. I don't have the pictures of it yet. I'm hoping to find them, and then I will make sure that I tag those people in that eventual video down the line. And again, I constantly, I'm going to say this over and over and over again, I'm really sorry that I don't have more pictures and such. because the Vocaloid time, or the Vocaloid meetup, was super sick, but it was so quick and overwhelming that I missed getting a lot of pictures. So I'm hoping that I can find them later. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm just checking my Blue Sky real quick to see if I got anything. No. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think. Nope. I don't think I just can't seem to find these people. I'll have to keep scouring through Discord and all that stuff to see if I can't find more people from the Vocaloid meetup, because the Vocaloid meetup was the coolest part. I did find one of the pictures of me where I'm like showing my shoe, but it's kind of from the side and a little bit weird, so I've gotta keep looking, see if I can't find. Hopefully I can find it. Nope, nothing there. I do recognize this Miku. Yeah. I'm not in any of these pictures. Crap. Yeah, that's everybody together, and I wasn't in that one. I was in the first one of Miku, and then I was also in the one with all the male Mikus, but nobody got that picture. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna transfer over to. I'm gonna edit this like live on camera, so please be understanding of me for a second. I'm so nervous that I'm going to screw this up, so I got to make sure that I am all good. Instead, you get to see my hands as I do it. Range, send back, go. It looks way more awkward from the side than I thought it would. But, here is the only picture that I can find so far of me at the Vocaloid meetup. Here I am, right there. See, I'm doing the pose with my shoe out. But I really want one head on. But see all the really pretty Miku cosplays around here. I'm trying to find the static cosplayer so that I can show them off. I think they're right next to me? No, because they had long sleeves on. There's Usagi Miku. And there's Fortnite Miku. And right here, this one with the hard hat, I don't know if they're watching. They 3D printed their cosplay as well. And we were swapping stories about 3D printing. So yeah. Again, I'm going to say this profusely. I don't think I'm going to be able to overcome that. But I'm very sorry that I didn't get better pictures. Ugh. Yeah, that is literally the only picture that I can find is that sideways one. Dang. Oh! There's all the male Mikus. Hold on, I found us. Alright, I gotta edit that one too. But I don't have the shoes on in that one, so. But I did find the male Miku. So I'll have to edit that, and that can be in the thing eventually. But I think that, gosh, there are people like laying on the floor. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just one person, so there's only one angle on it. Oh, Instagram. Instagram's the one place that I haven't checked. So I'll have to check that one as well. So, yeah. Artist Alley? Oh, dang. They have and that's where I can find a lot of my... Gosh, I'm so glad I joined this. So, hopefully I can find that. So yeah, Anime NYC was sick. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, this was probably the best convention I've ever been to with the GG. And it's rivaled with 3D Printopia for the best objectively. Like I said, I won't directly compare them because 3D Printopia I am directly a part of. So it's a lot easier for me to say how great it is because it's, you know, like I have a role in it. But yeah, Anime NYC was a lot of fun. I had so much fun. And I'm going to put this kind of at the end of the video because I don't want to have to say in the thing that this was sponsored because it really wasn't sponsored. But special shout out to Polymaker. They make filament for anybody that doesn't know. They were the ones that sponsored the creation of my 3D printed Crocs that I wore. I actually, hold on, I might actually have a picture of the Crocs, just the Crocs, that I can show off. If not, I will look around so that I can find those and pull them up real quick. Where the heck did I put them? Ah, there we go. So, let's go down to, where can I put this on top of? Ah, right here. So, special thanks at the end of the stream to Polymaker! Woo, Polymaker! So, I will talk about this in the video. I sound like a broken record saying that. But, Polymaker was very gracious to me and supplied me with 2 rolls of TPU and a roll or 2 rolls of their Polymaker Co-PE. So all of the filament that made the shoes and this gibbet that I'm circling and this gibbet over here were both supplied by... Not all of it. See, the problem is I bought some of the colors, and some of the colors they supplied me. They gave me the teal so that I could keep everything Hatsune Miku styled. And the white and the red I bought so that I could make some other stuff, which will also be coming out on the channel. So, they kind of like half-sponsored some of the stuff here. Sorry, I'll be more direct about it in the video. But they supplied the TPU for the shoes, and they came out pretty well. There is some stuff that I would like to fix. You can see the weird layering. It was very stringy. There's this gap right here, but, well, 2 things. I was con crunching because I got this idea about a week before I went to Midwest Rep Rap. And that only gave me a few months to learn how to print with 95A TPU or 90A TPU and build the Crocs and build the gibbets while also keeping the channel going and doing my normal job. So I ended up con crunching like crazy the week before I left for DC. And if I'd had more time, I know of what I would do to make the Crocs better. But what I will say is, oh my gosh, it keeps doing that. What I will say though is, they turned out a lot better than I thought they were going to. So they were actually pretty decently comfortable to wear around for the convention all day. I could not imagine wearing Crocs around a convention hall. Like, it would hurt my feet. But in terms of actual, like, how they fared as Crocs, I think they did very well. I could have worn them as a regular pair of shoes. There were two reasons that I didn't wear them around the convention and why you can see me with just my regular shoes. And that was for two reasons. One, I knew I wanted to make, well, not knew, but I wanted to make, sorry. I knew that I was going to be getting footage afterwards, so I didn't want anybody to step on the gibbets and break them, because then I wouldn't be able to get footage. So I was very nervous, and I was walking around kind of doe-legged the whole time, which was hurting my foot. But also, like I said, people kept bumping into me and stepping on me, and then the shoes would just fold, and it was kind of hurting my feet to constantly get ran into. Also, in a lot of pictures, I guess now you see the full body, but in a lot of pictures you can't even really see the shoes, and people really didn't care that much, so I just had them clipped to my back, and I was actually just showing people as I went around. But you can see that the gibbet here for Miku is identical to the keychain that I was giving out, so I used the same technique for that, and that I'll discuss in the eventual video. So yeah, and then there's the Polymaker gibbet, and then I designed all the gibbets. I didn't design the Miku one from scratch. Instead, I took an existing design and made it work as a keychain and as a gibbet. But the 01, the Leek, and then my sister, I made her Teto themed Crocs, so red with a pear, a baguette, and the drill. For those, I designed the pear myself from scratch. I designed the baguette myself from scratch. But the drill, I just took the existing drill keychain and made it work for a gibbet. And I will be making a full video about just the Crocs, most likely. And that one I will go into very extensive detail, how I made every part of it, what colors I used, as per Polymaker's request, and as per my usual goings-on for the channel. And that will come out probably around the end of this month. What I'd kind of like to do is have the Anime NYC recap come out, and then the Croc thing come out within a week of each other. So it might be a little bit awkward, but you know, that'll come out. So yeah, I feel like a broken record when I keep saying this, but it was just a lot of fun. This was the most confident that I've felt in a cosplay that I've ever made. A lot of the time, I don't know if this is a little bit too personal, but a lot of the time when I wear a cosplay, I just feel like myself in a costume. But for a little bit, I really felt like I looked like Miku. It wasn't just me in a costume. And I was very happy. This is the most I've ever gotten complimented on a cosplay before, and I don't know if that's because we went to the Vocaloid meetup, or if it was because I really nailed this being the perfect... Like, I was an anime girl at an anime convention, so I feel like that probably dovetailed the best. But the support that I got was just amazing, and I don't know if you can hear it in the way that I've been sounding today on stream, but I felt much more refreshed after going to this convention than I ever have going to any other convention. Most of the time I leave and I'm like tired, and I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go to sleep, I'm ready to go home. But I was driving home and talking with Gigi, and I was like, you know what, I could have done this a second time. We could have stayed there even longer. You know, I'm glad we left when we did. We had to for our parking, but I was just so excited with everything that I did there, and I'm really happy with my cosplay. I'll talk about it when I make in the video more extensively, but this whole cosplay is handmade. None of it is store-bought. Well, kind of. So the shirt is an old shirt of my father's that my mom actually cut the sleeves off of and sewed this trim on. Here's a good look at the armbands. The armbands for both myself and my sister were also hand sewed by my mom. And then these patches my sister designed and my mom ironed on, and I helped her iron them onto the sleeves. So those are custom made. And the Crocs are 3D printed. So like I said, every part of this has a little bit of handmade piece to it, and you can't see it because of the way that I'm cropping all the pictures with my with my little guy here. But we both have Miku and Teto headphones. You can kind of see them, and they're 3D printed. And that I will show how I updated my previous. I'll show how I updated my previous Len headphone design to fit. You can actually see it here. See, there's the Miku headphones, and then I used the Miku hair boxes that I had shown off in the full-length Miku video, which came out in May. So, speaking of the video that came out in May, I actually subtly hinted that is when my sister and I decided to do this. And May was right before I went to Midwest Rep Rap. That's when I got the idea to do the shoes. So in May, right before I started Meiku month, I said to Gigi, what if we went as Miku and Teto? And originally I said to her, let's go as Miku and Len, because Len is her favorite. But she was like, I think Teto would be more fun. And I said, no problem. I don't really care. And like, I'll help you do either. And then I was on a voice call with a friend of mine, and originally I was going to cosplay Fortnite Miku, and I was going to 3D print a backpack that looked like an Ita bag. I think there's probably an Ita bag in this crowd. There is not an Ita bag in this crowd, but an Ita bag is just like a backpack that has a big acrylic part to it so you can see through to somebody's pins and stuff that they've collected. And there is a 3D print to make a Miku Ita bag backpack, and I was going to make it look like the back bling from Fortnite so I could be Fortnite Miku. And I was on a VC with a friend of mine, and I was like, how can I make this look more like Miku? Because originally what I was going to do was I was going to wear Jordan 1s, but I didn't want to have to spend like $200 on Jordan 1s just for this cosplay. I felt like it was a little bit much. And so one of my friends jokingly said, well, you could just 3D print Jordan 1s. And I went, okay, hold on. And I opened up Maker World and I looked up like Jordan 1s. And I was like, you mean like this? And I showed him just like a joke of somebody had 3D printed like a little tiny Jordan 1. And I'm like, I can't actually. And he's like, I don't think you could actually fit in that. And then in the recommended models was the Croc design that I ended up going with. I think you kind of know where this story is going to end now. But I said to him, I was like, wait a minute. This uses TPU. And Polymaker Teal is the perfect color to make Crocs that are Miku colored. And he's like, but you're not going to walk around New York in 3D printed shoes, are you? And I'm like, I will if Polymaker pays me. And then Polymaker paid me to do it. So I have quite literally, I've been trying so hard not to like mouth off about this because I've not wanted to reveal it until it was done. But Polymaker was so amazing with this collaboration. I reached out to them. Oh, hold on. I'm in the way, I just realized. So let me put this here and then hide this for a sec. Yeah, perfect. So Polymaker for their piece was amazing with this collaboration. I talked to them at Midwest Rep Rap, and I was just like, hey, I have this idea. I'd really like to do 3D printed Crocs. I'd also like to use the Co-PE to make gibbets. And the rep from Polymaker was like, hey, I don't know what Miku is, but I'm not saying it's a bad idea. We will collaborate with you, and I'll send you over a code so you can buy some filament. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, just reach out to me after Midwest Rep Rap. So that's why in the Midwest Rep Rap recap, I was like, there's a collaboration I can't talk about yet, because I hadn't even heard back from Polymaker at that point. I was just like, I was just hopium that they were going to sponsor me. And so I get the email back. I email them and I'm like, hey, I would really like to do this thing. We talked about it. You know, I totally understand if I don't have enough viewers. Oh, important fact. That was why I rushed the calibration video, because originally the A1 video that came out last week was supposed to come out when the calibration video came out. But the A1 video was taking too long, and I said, what if I finish the calibration video and then pitch that to Polymaker? Guns out! Oh, it's so good that you're here. I'm talking about 3D printing now, so... So, I was like, wait a minute. What if I just push the calibration video like a week so that I can finish it? Then I publish it, like I post it. Then I email Polymaker and I'm like, hey, I have this video about the calibration of filament. I would love to do calibration of the Co-PE because Co-PE calibration isn't a standard profile or calibrated Co-PE isn't a standard profile in Bamboo Studio from what I could find at the time. And they were like, that sounds like a dope idea actually to do the Co-PE calibration stuff. So like if you include that stuff, we would love you for that. And go ahead. And I'm like, that's awesome. Okay, sweet. So I email them. I'm like, hey, here's the calibration video. I would love to do this Miku stuff. What do you think? And they're like, we think it's great. Here's the money. And they just sent it over with no questions asked. I'm like, really? Like no other like extra stuff for that? That's crazy. So this is going to be my ask. That's why I'm putting this at the end of the stream, because I'm a little nervous about this. This is the first time I've really done this. A lot of I've done collaborations before. Like I've collaborated and kind of been sponsored by Recreator in the past. ArtMe, like kind of half sponsored my ArtMe build, and I've been working on some stuff with them. It will be unrelated to the channel, but I'll keep you guys updated. I've been doing some work for them behind the scenes, which they've been really excited by. But this is the first collaboration that's like could be a bigger partnership than what happened here. This is just like the proving grounds. So my ask is, please give as much love as you can to the videos that have the Polymaker sponsor in them, because I really want to prove to Polymaker that I'm a great creator to collaborate with. Yeah, and that this goes without saying. I will say it in the video as well. I am not a shill. I don't just get free stuff and then go, this is the best thing ever. I have been using Polymaker filament since really as long as I've been printing, but the oldest roll that I have is from 2020, because they were the only company that had filament still on the shelves when COVID hit, and I wanted some filament for making, and I'll show an example of it in the eventual video. They really make, I think the thing that they excel at the most that I really care about, a lot of people talk about quality this, quality that. So I feel like sometimes in the discussion of 3D printing filament, quality is a little bit of a overdone point. You know, everybody's got top like quality, but the thing that Polymaker does really well, bro, about to be the next Uncle Jesse. Dude, I wish. Uncle Jesse just got a K2 for free. And Teaching Tech, or not, Teaching Tech's dope. He's cool because he has like a really in-depth review policy. But like, what's the one that he's... It's not Maker's Muse. What's his name? CNC Kitchen. CNC Kitchen got the Snapmaker printer already. I want the Snapmaker printer. Snapmaker, please, could you send me the Tool Changer printer? I already have like 4 or 5 projects that I could make tomorrow. Like if you mailed me that printer next month, I could have like 5 different multicolor projects to showcase the quality of that. I could do so much stuff. If you're listening, you're not listening. But Snapmaker, if you're listening, my business email is in it's in my card, but it's aceganghub@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I will shill for that printer. I'm kidding. I'm really excited for tool changing. Aside, back to Polymaker. So the thing that Polymaker does really well, but the thing that Polymaker does especially well compared to other companies is they have a really tight system for their colors. What you see is what you get. And it doesn't matter if you have TPU, PTG, PLA, or Co-PE. When you buy a hue from them, you buy the same color. You can see on this shoe right here, if it weren't for this white right here, this teal and this teal look identical on pictures and in person. They are the same hue, and this is Co-PE and TPU. That, I think, is really astounding, because even the best, highest quality filaments that I've worked with, different materials just look different. I don't know how they do it, what wizardry they cook up in their labs. They have some of the most consistent, they have the most consistent color quality that I've seen of all of the companies that I've ever printed with. And if any company is like, well, actually, we're better than Polymaker, feel free to send me some samples and I'll test it out for you. I'm kidding. But that was one of the reasons why I really wanted to work with Polymaker. Aside from the fact that their Polymaker Teal is the perfect Miku filament, I knew that this project was really going to hinge on the quality of the color specifically. And they were the perfect people to reach out to because their color quality is unmatched, in my opinion. That is my unsponsored opinion. Now that I'm sponsored, I can also say, oh, well, it's also good quality and it holds up good while it's printing. You know, the normal stuff that you see in an ad. But if you want my ace gamer opinion, I think the thing that Polymaker especially succeeds in is their color quality. Which is really important for replicatability. Like, I like to know that what I'm buying is what I'm going to get. Like, Inland, for example, they had a brown that I used in a lot of videos, and I ran out of it, and I couldn't find a replacement for it. And I ended up buying like 3 different rolls of brown, and none of them matched the exact hue that I wanted. And that frustrates me because I want to get my colors right when I'm doing multicolor printing. So yeah. Polymaker does run some really great sales. When I made this video, they were running a summer sale, and the Co-PE rolls were $13 a roll, which you can't find better deals than that. That's crazy. Now I don't know what they are currently, but normally they're about $20 a roll, which is a pretty standard price. And they hold up really well in multicolor if you're only printing with Co-PE. Co-PE will not stick to PLA. So you want to be mindful of that if you're going right into it. But what I will say is if you are thinking about getting a bunch of filament, or you're prepping for the holiday season here, wait until I have my video out, because I'm going to be talking a ton about Co-PE, which is a really great thing to print with, and all of the ins and outs of how to print Co-PE on my machines. I'm going to be adding an extra segment in about calibration, which is kind of a slight sequel to my calibration video. And then I will be talking about how I printed TPU and a little bit of the calibration of the TPU. So if you are only interested in my channel for the technical 3D printing stuff, all of my Anime NYC shenanigans should also interest you just as much as the Anime NYC Miku stuff. So I think this is a phenomenal project, or was a phenomenal project for me in terms of getting a hybrid between the two aspects of my channel. The fun kind of Miku stuff that I was doing and the raw technical 3D printing stuff. Those videos will be out towards the end of September. Unfortunately, it takes me a little bit to edit these videos, or my long form videos. I think my A1 video I timed took me 18 hours to edit. So, I only have so much time in the day to edit. So those will take me a little bit of time to make, but those should be out coming soon. Pretty much as soon as I finish them, I will be dropping them. But I've got to like script and edit them, so it's going to be a little bit before I get those finished. Also, the school started this week. That's why I'm only streaming today, and I'm only streaming for a little bit, because I've got to get locked in the editor cage this next weekend rather than go out and chill and enjoy the end of the summer. But yeah, and if anybody is watching that is like, this is really cool from a company standpoint, I'm always looking for future collaborations as a way to, as an excuse. School did start this week. Yeah, no, I had my first couple classes. And I'm sitting in the back of the class and I'm like, gosh, I wish I wasn't in classes right now. But if any companies are like, dang, I'd really like to sponsor Ace Gamer, I like to specifically look for sponsors that will make a project better. So I collaborated with Recreator because I've always had an interest in doing recycled printing. And I mean, you guys saw where all that went. I collaborated with ArtMe. Now, you guys haven't seen the work there because I've been doing it professionally, not Ace Gamery. So I'm hoping there's a way that I can show you guys without doxing myself. But that stuff has been groundbreaking research, and that stuff's been so cool. I have been like so eager to talk about it, but I'm under research NDA, so I legitimately can't. But that has been really cool. And then this most recent collaboration with Polymaker allowed me to go crazy with something I've wanted to do since I got a 3D printer. There were 3 things when I first bought a printer in 2014 that I really wanted to do. One was print the Infinity Gauntlet from hold on, is this it? No, this isn't it. Which one is the one that I want to play? Hold on. Is it Matcha? Hold on, I gotta pick the good music. There it is. It's Hot Air Balloon. Okay, so the 3 things that I've always wanted to do since I got a 3D printer. I've always wanted to make an Infinity Gauntlet from Infinity War in Marvel, and make it light up, wearable, all that good stuff. I made one of those back in the day. It didn't look that great. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I'm actually kind of waiting for a tool changer to come out so that I could finish that project. So if you want a little bit of a hint as to why I'd like to work on that, there you go. I've always wanted to make a full-scale portal gun from the game Portal and Portal 1, you know, the Valve game Portal. The reason I've been waiting to make it is, well, first off, I believe you should never start with your favorite project, because you're always going to learn and get better. And so you don't want to start with something that you really, really care about, because if you botch it, it's going to stop you from ever doing anything ever again. So one thing that I do with every new 3D printed project is I slowly iterate and learn so that I can take on a bigger project that I'm thinking of. So I have some stuff that I've been working on in the background that I'm hoping to get better at, so that then I can make a portal gun. And I've been working with Kirby on that. I don't know when I'll ever cosplay that in the future, but that is the number 2 thing I've always wanted to make. And then the number 3 thing I've always wanted to make is 3D printed shoes. It's kind of one of those that's like always been like a bucket list item for me. And one good thing about a sponsor is that it gives you incentive to get something finished, because it's like, well, if you don't get it out, you're going to get in trouble. So I told Polymaker I would do this, having only printed one out of PLA and not TPU. And so I was like, theoretically, I can get it done, at least. So I'm not like telling them I can do it and then not able to do it. I knew I could do it from the beginning. I just hadn't tested it fully, which is why you can see the wispiness and the kind of iffiness of the extrusion, which is to my error, not the error of the plastic. But there were a lot of lessons learned from this project that I would love to take and iterate on to make other 3D printed stuff out of TPU. I would love to experiment with more TPU in the future. So if people really like this, I would really like to come back to it. Also, this is a future call. I already know that I already have it done, so I'm not going to say like if I do this. I already have it done, so I can fully like leak it. But Dreams was talking about 3D Printopia. I will be wearing 3D printed Crocs at 3D Printopia. I don't think they're going to be sponsored by Polymaker. They might be sponsored by friends or something like that, who are like, here's $20 to make me a gibbet or something like that. I don't know about that. That's the part I don't know, is what gibbets I'll be wearing. But I will be wearing, and I can turn around and look at them because they're in my room. I do have a pair of Ace Gamer Crocs that I made because I had some green and blue TPU that I had bought for various things. Actually, the blue TPU I just showed off, and it's part of Zerp's cosplay. I had the blue TPU because I made Zerp's cosplay, and I was like, oh, I can make shoes out of that. So I have blue and green TPU for those. But if you guys are interested in having in me expanding on this, I would love to. I'd love to throw TPU at my SV08 because these were both printed on my K1, and the K1 is very small compared to some other printers. So I'd love to test it on a bigger printer and see if I could get it working better on a bigger printer. So we'll see. We'll see. I'd like to kind of hone that in and see if I can't get it working better. But yeah, if you're interested in, I hope you're interested in my printing shenanigans. I will be posting a lot more about everything that I printed for the event. I didn't even get to show off the Teto drills because we ended up giving out all of the Teto drills, so I don't have any pictures of it besides the footage that I filmed for the stream. Or the footage that I filmed before I left, which actually I could pull one of those up and show you guys. So let me do that really quick in my Hatsune Miku folder. Where's my Miku folder? Miku folder, Miku folder, Miku folder. There it is. And then it is the Teto keychains. This is going to sound really weird because it's... Is this it? There we go. I'm like completely botching this slide. This slide looks awful. There we go. Why does it keep doing that? It keeps like making it weird. Okay. So you can see this is what the Teto hair looks like. And next to the Miku keychain. And for comparison, for the video, the Teto hair was made only with Polymaker Co-PE, and the right was only made with various sources of PLA. So you can see there is no difference between the two of these in terms of the raw quality. I think the colors look better on the Co-PE because Polymaker has better hues than other companies do. But that's what the Teto keychain looks like. So I can't think of a better way to end than showing off these. So as for people that are only interested in my 3D printing, you will be seeing a lot of really cool stuff for really the next few months. I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. while I've been streaming, I've been doing a ton of work. I'm going to be spending the rest of August just editing. I'm not even going to get to make anything new. And all that stuff will be coming out. Then at 3D Printopia, I've got a lot of really, really cool stuff to show off. And then because I've kind of been going all hands on deck for a while, I am most likely going to be taking the end of October and into the beginning of November off from like big projects. I might not even post a full-length video in those months, just as a way to kind of take a little bit of a break. Maybe I'll post the VTuber 3D models videos in October and November, depending on interest from the general public. But I've kind of been going crazy with these big projects. What I'd really like to do is I'd like to finish off everything that I have I'm in the middle of. That way I can start 2026 with a clean slate and start working on really big projects and just coast off of what I've already done, so that then I can start working on some bigger stuff. I already kind of teased some of the really big projects that I'd like to work on, but yeah, that's kind of what I would like to do. I'd really like to dive way more heavily into the art me on the channel and showcase a lot of the work that me and my team have been working on in the background, because it's really game changing. I can't talk about it yet. So hopefully all of our publications go through, and then I can put them through the Ace Gamer filter so that I don't get doxxed, and I can tell you about everything that I've been working on. But the ArtMe stuff that I have been working on is why I started 3D, why I got into environmental engineering. And so it is like, I don't even want to say a bucket list item. It is like a life dream to finish. So finding a way to put it into Ace Gamer is like really important to me. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard because it's like, how do I separate it from my professional life? So yeah, a lot of yapping. I apologize, but I mean, you kind of knew what you're getting into, because this is kind of how these recap streams go, as they get a little yappy. As for me, I will be back next week. My schedule will most likely be moving back to Tuesday, Thursdays. I might experiment with streaming at a later time, like in the evenings, although I'm not exactly sure. It's easier for me to stream during the afternoon, but if it's easier for chat for me to stream at night, then I stream at night. You feel me? So I will be back next week for the normal streams, Minecraft, and then a new game. I'm on the fence about whether I want to do Batman Arkham Origins or whether I want to do Shantae, because I've been really eager to get back into Shantae. That was like one of my favorite games ever in like 2020. It was like my top 5. It still is up there. It's still up there. I love Shantae so much. So yeah, as always, as I said previously, anybody that's been watching this that is a... Hold on, I'll delete this so that all this stuff is out of the way. There we go. So, anybody that was in this video or VOD that was mentioned and not listed, please reach out to me in some capacity. Either leave a message, leave a chat, hit me up on Twitter, Blue Sky, any of that. I would love to put your socials in the video and give you a shout out, because I met a lot of really amazing people. Also, if you have any of the photos of the Vocaloid meetup, I am trying to find those so much. I'm trying to find those, so please please send me a message if you were at the Vocaloid meetup. I would love to get this picture in particular from the front angle, because I think Polymaker would be really excited to see my shoes right there. Also, I would like to see him, but that's beside the point. So I think that's pretty much everything that I have. News that is news. That's my recap from Anime NYC. I had a blast, and I'm feeling so recharged and ready to get back on the grind of new content. I'm so excited. So, new stuff coming out. Yeah. All right. Now, as I end the stream, I'm going to talk a little bit about housekeeping stuff. So, as for me, I will not be streaming until next week. Next week, I will be back on my normal two streams a week. I'll be around when I can. 3 classes and full-time is a bit more than I thought it would be. Yeah, that sucks. But hey, if you can drop by for any little bit of time, it's great. And I hope things are going well with you, Guns Out. Always thinking about you whenever I look at my printers. I'm like, oh, I hope Guns Out is getting everything that he needs figured out. It is kind of funny how I've semi-inspired some of the people around me to go back and get their schooling. I had some people reach out to me and say, hey, ever since talking to you, I feel the need to go back to school. So I think that's kind of funny. But anyway, as for me, I will be back next week streaming as normal 2 times a week. I have a short coming out on Friday, and that will be the short about how I made Zerp's horn commission, which was super exciting to make. And then next week I will have 2 videos coming out talking more about, or 2 shorts coming out talking more about the Polymaker collab and everything like that. As said, please, if you are going to get filament, check out Polymaker and let them know Ace sent you. I don't have an affiliate link, I don't think. I could check. I haven't heard back from Polymaker about whether or not I have an affiliate link, but no, I don't. Wait, do I? Maybe I do. Oh, no, I don't have a thing from Polymaker about I don't have a thing from Polymaker about that. Here's to finishing a banger year for you and your channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're a part of the reason I decided to go back to college. Oh, that's such a great, so great to hear. It's great to hear people going to improve their lives because of me. But yeah, I will have videos coming out. Give those love when they come out regarding everything with Polymaker, because I want to show them that I'm a great creator to collaborate with. And I mean, also, you guys get good filament out of it, but I wouldn't advertise something if I didn't feel that it was good for you guys. So that kind of goes without saying. Yeah, I'm just so excited. I am yapping way longer than I should. Normally I'm more exhausted and I'm like, all right, I'll hit end stream. But here I'm just like, I'm in a really good mood. And Anime NYC was everything I could have hoped for and more, and it was really exciting. So yeah. Well, I want to thank everyone very much for watching. Thank you very much for all the support and everything, and I will see you in the next stream. Bye-bye! Wait, YouTube, you're still live? No. YouTube, get out of here.